But I think that with the options that are in front of you, you have got the slight feeling of damned if I do and damned if I don't. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for those born in the year of the pig, the final sign of the Chinese Zodiac. As a general reading rules apply. So if somebody else appears in your reading, roles can get reversed. I don't think that's going to happen here. This is a really curious and interesting reading, and it's a general reading for everybody born in the same year. So there's going to be not a huge amount of specificity. I never say that word. And it is going to be that the term general does hit in quite well. Now, however, where this reading is different to a lot of the readings on YouTube and can be useful is you can ask a question beforehand. So pause the video if you have to. Think about all of the questions that are around you. Focus on one of them. That gives energy to the process. However, be aware of all of them, because the cards will answer whatever they please to, and not necessarily the question that you or I think is the most important. But it's still a very useful exercise to do to work out all your questions anyway. Now, hopefully I will return that energy to you in the form of a useful reading. But if not, the universe will find a way, so I won't worry. Because it's not like the Western Zodiac where you can then go and watch your moon or your rising sign. The year of each Chinese Zodiac sign is that. End of story. So, housekeeping. There is a link down below for the Facebook page for this channel. Now, on that, I post obviously all of my videos, because why wouldn't I? And also YouTube's notification have been a little bit weird recently this year. But also I post all the astrology videos that I'm watching. Certainly the weather forecast type videos. What's coming up this week? What's coming up this month? What is this full moon, new moon about? What's this big conjunction about? I can feel it bouncing around on my back. So I try to make it a little bit of a one-stop shop. More importantly, it has an inbox. So if you're wanting to contact me for a personal reading, that's that's the best way to do it. I am on Twitter. I'm on Instagram now. And I'm also on Tumblr. On Tumblr, it's Sunchild Adventures. All the details are down below. If you can't see them, click the Linktree link. That's not easy to say either. That's enough of my waffle. Let's get straight on to the reading. I'll bring the cards up as soon as I get my hand and mouse to coordinate with one another. There we go. Now, this reading seems very much to be about power. Power, work, and truth. Historical truth. I'm not entirely sure quite where to start here, but you are being asked to recognise, that's probably the best place to start. You are being asked to recognise your role as a healer. As a healer, you also need to be looking after yourself, and this is what this Immortal Treasures card is about. Open yourself up to being that healing influence, and if you're going to be a healing influence, then you need to be in tip-top condition, so look after yourself. Now, we have this paired with the Bone Collector and Phanuel, the Angel of Truth. Both talk about truth. The Bone Collector is one who literally, it's like an archaeologist, digs things up from the past. And reveals things that may have remained hidden or may have been lost to the mists of time. But there's very much a question about value. We have the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the main deck and the Six of Pentacles clarifying the first card. Maybe there's a debt issue. Maybe it's an issue about assigning value to things. I think, to be honest, I think it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. There may well be a debt issue either towards you or from you. But you are being called right now to level up. Page of Pentacles here, Page of Pentacles here. This is my level up card. This is my card where you've gone through everything that you need to go through in the physical reality, i.e. the 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10 of Pentacles. And now it's time that you put the work in, because we have the Page of Coins, again, Page of Pentacles, but this one is Page to the Knight of Cups, which is a card that talks about entering the world of work or taking on your duty. I think that's a good way of putting it. Taking on your duty. This is clarified by the Strength card, which indicates that there's some form of Herculean task that you need to embark on, but you have been given all the tools, i.e. you have leveled up or you have been leveled up, and there is support with you. 2 of Cups here. Maybe a good support of a partner, lover, wife, husband, whatever. Maybe the fact that 2 things have finally come together, which has enabled you to take that step up. But I do feel that taking that step up is a choice that you don't... It's like, do I want to do it? Do I really want to do it? I'm not sure I want to know what the answer to that is. Hermit reversed here is almost, I'm feeling, whereas it is saying that you're not on your own, but it's also saying, I don't really want to look inside. I don't really want to know, because if I make the choice to go forward with this, yes, I can see that there's benefit, but there's also conflict. And I'm going to have to be very careful and very strategic how I proceed forward, because, and this is an emotional state, not an actual state, but I think that with the options that are in front of you, you have got the slight feeling of damned if I do and damned if I don't, because any option that you surge forward with is going to cause you a little bit of pain. But I do want to say it's a little bit of pain. It's discomfort. It is hurt, but I don't get the oh my god, heartbreak, my life is falling to pieces vibe from this 3 of Swords. It's more that I don't really want to do this. I don't really want to go ahead with this. But we have, as I say, there is conflict that you are going to face either way with this 5 of Swords here. And with the 7 of Swords, where notice it always makes me laugh that he's taking the 5 away. He's taking the conflict away from, and leaving behind what he doesn't want. Now, this is where it gets into the point of the power. We have the Emperor on the final column and the Emperor reversed on the bottom of the final column. And I feel that there is victory, 6 of Wands here, for you if you take the step of not taking power. We have, with this Magician card, Magician to the High Priestess, that talks about contemplation of ritual. That talks about working out how to do something very special, very beautiful, very poignant, but in a very methodical fashion, in a way where you have to do it almost in well, not almost, definitely in a sacred sense. And that is, I'm also getting the feeling that where I refer to that choice of damned if you do, damned if you don't, you are taking on that pain, which is something to do with the past, something to do with unearthing the past, so that others don't have to. You are taking control of that situation, which frees other people up to have their own self-determination, which maybe wasn't present before. Because this hexagram number 34, I suddenly forget what it's called, but if I remember correctly, it's wind under heaven. No, it's thunder above heaven, sorry. Which is... The power of thunder is heard in the voice, the power of heaven, even, is heard in the voice of the thunder, which proclaims its vastness. The populace is compelled to obey what cannot be changed at the present. Now, the one thing that cannot be changed is the past, but it can be explained. It can be, to use an NLP term, reframed, because you can think that it's a certain way, but you get this new fact and all of a sudden it's turned upside down, and it's not so much retconned as in, oh my God, that was what was going on. Well, that makes that much more sense. And so this could have been something from your actions, or something that you've had responsibility in, that you've held value in. Because like I say, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Either choice will cause you a little bit of pain, but one of the choices creates a more harmonious ending. It's you take power, you take action, you cut something out by revealing some information, Knight of Swords here, which leads to a victory for you, where you don't end up in a position of power, but what you do end up is in a position where you are... You know how I said these two are level up cards? This page to the Knight of Swords is another card about initiation. So you've had one level up where there has obviously been this call to action for you. And then there's another level up with this page to the Knight of Swords. Let's just go back to the hexagram here. Thus are tyrants raised to power by the oppression of dissenting voices. But those who rule with justice may engender obedience born of respect. It's almost as if you're coming to a place of ruling without ruling, where what I'm seeing with this reversed emperor, it's not the stubbornness, it's the rejection of, yeah, I'm not going to be in charge. And other people are saying, okay, we're not going to follow you. We're simply going to follow your example. So that it's leading you along in a point where, as shown by this Knight, the Queen of Coins, you become very self-sustaining. You're not reliant upon other people. You are looking after yourself, as the Immortal Treasures card is asking, but you are also giving that healing effect on the world around you. Now, there is a verse I pulled from the Tao Te Ching. Verse number 45, purity and stillness. Yeah, this follows with the reading. Great achievement seems imperfect, yet its usefulness is not diminished. Great fullness seems empty, yet it is inexhaustible. Great frankness seems to succumb. Great discussion seems silent. Activity overcomes coldness. Stillness overcomes heat. Purity and stillness are the ideal for the world. Whatever it is that you are unearthing and to a point revealing, it's at an emotional cost to you. It's that you don't really want to do it, but also you don't want to not do it. And whatever this revelation is, you are able to take charge of a situation that leaves you in a position where basically you win, but you're not the boss, you're not in charge, you're not imposing your will on others, but others are naturally following your example, which is a really nice, tough, but nice situation to go through by the time you get to the end of it. It's just having the guts of making that decision that's going to be the tough bit. But with the Bone Collector and Fanuel, Angel of Truth, reveal. reveal in a way that is considered, reveal in a way that you make it a sacred act, but make that revelation, it all works out for the better. Right, so your next readings will be next weekend with the full moon readings. I am aiming on live streaming Halloween evening UK time. So sort of 6-7 o'clock-ish British time. So late afternoon New York, East Coast, mid-afternoon, early afternoon Pacific Standard, and then wherever else you are in the world, you can work it out. That's it. That's the end of the Chinese Zodiac for this month. As I've said, probably be the back end of next month when I do the next slot. So YouTube begging, like, share, subscribe, always helpful for the channel. And then do join me on Halloween to celebrate my channel's first birthday. Cheers.